Today, we are going to do a simple but awesome craft that I'm positive is going viral. Cardstock, glitter, tacky tape. We're gonna mash it all together and turn it into one of these. Yeah! Before we get into it, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit all the appropriate buttons so that you can stay up on crafts like this. All right, guys, so the material that we're gonna need to do this, we have some tacky tape, which you can, I'm gonna have all this linked below, but most of this stuff you can get on my website, a couple things, but they're basic crafting tools that you can find at Michael's Hobby Lobby, whatever. So I'm doing 10 different hearts. So I got 10 different colors to do as my background for the candies. And then I'm going to outline my hearts in black. I'm gonna use holographic black Twilight. And then the actual letters for the words, I'm gonna use Pinkle to try and just stay with that traditional look with the pink letters. I also have tweezers, and you don't need an X-Acto knife per se when you're using tacky tape, but I like to just have one handy because sometimes this is basic cuts, but if you're doing a more intricate pattern, if it didn't cut all the way through, it's just super handy to have that ready to just finish the cut. Tweezers, good set to have. These are TGG tweezers, so they're the best set to have. Fishing line, which I actually have. This is leftover from the giant bracelet that I made. Plain white cardstock. I have so much cardstock because I have so many plans. We'll see if we ever get to them, but like, I got plans. The white cardstock will do what we wanted to do. I was thinking about using the colored stuff, but I ended up actually sizing my patterns down already. So I was like, you know what, let's just stay with the paper. I like to just explain what I plan on doing because I didn't do this before yet. So you can just like know at least where my head was in case I just go off the rails and end up doing something else. I plan on cutting out the heart, sticking it onto the cardstock, not like completely cut out, kind of a rough cut, putting it on the cardstock, and then cutting it out from the whole heart outline once it's on the cardstock. Then we'll weed the pieces dark to light and apply our glitter. Once each of them are done, we're gonna tape the hearts. We go heart 2 inches, heart 2 inches, heart, etc. until you have a full string. Then we're gonna keep on making strings until it looks like super cool back there. Or until it doesn't look super, whatever, you know, we're just gonna make strings. Anyway, let's get started. For my file to make these, I can link it, or can I link it? I'll put it on the website for free. All I did was just find a basic outline of a heart online, put it in Illustrator, image traced it, saved it as a SVG, put it in Cricut, and then I typed the words out in Cricut. I think the font that I use is actually Cricut Sans. It was like the default font. And I was like, that actually looks kind of the way I want it to look. So, and also this could have been like hand painted on the card. It's plain white cardstock. So I could have just like colored this in crayon on here and made this. I'm adding an extra factor, but I wanted to be able to glitter it without having to do the mess of glue. And then I also wanted it to be really crisp lines and stuff without necessarily having to use stencils. So that's why I decided to use my Cricut to cut out my patterns. It should fit like exactly. I sized these to be 8.5 inches wide. Make sure it's all on the paper, because like I said, I sized this like exact and I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have made it a little bit smaller. Just apply the tacky tape directly to the cardstock and then load it onto your mat and then have the Cricut cut it. Would have maybe skipped a step. Kind of 6 of one, half does the other one of this. All right, guys, so we got our 10 hearts cut out. We're gonna start glittering them. Like I mentioned before, if you are doing any tacky tape crafts with glitter, dark to light. That'll give you the least amount of contamination between colors. So every single one of these has an outline. So, and I'm gonna do the outline in Twilight, mentioned earlier. You should actually start looking like something soon. 10 outlines done. So fast, right? Now we're gonna move on to Pinkle for the letters. So we're gonna go back and do all the letters in each because I chose our pastel line for the backings of each candy heart. I was trying to figure out what they were called. And all the pastels are like pretty dang light. So I'm fairly positive that I'm making the right decision to do those last. We'll find out when I'm done if it was right or not, right? That's nice. All right, guys, so all of our letters are now pinkled, and we're gonna go in one by one and hit them with each color. It'll go so fast, you won't even see it, like, right? It's probably already done. In my head, it is done. Woo! We have 10 candy hearts that are absolutely glittering, and I feel like they look super freaking cool. I want to apply the fishing line to the back now. One of the plans that I had for this when I was like designing it in my head was I thought that before I sandwiched the two, the tacky tape and the cardstock together, I could probably sandwich the string in between, and then definitely it'll hold because it's going the full length. But then I was like, while I'm cutting it, I'm gonna have to cut around it. And then while I'm glittering them, they're all gonna be attached. So I figured we'll just do the string last. So that's what we're gonna do now. And we're just gonna tape it directly to the back. I'm gonna put a good length of tape back there because I don't want these to twist any. I was thinking a lot about that if I wanted them to twist, but then I would have had to glitter the backside, and I did not. I did create these though, where 50% of them are the inverse of the other. So they should at least go like this way, that way, this way, that way. So let's get some tape. You can seal these if you want with, if you think that they're gonna get handled a lot. Probably if you wanna continue to use them like throughout next season, you know, take it down after Valentine's Day's over, whatever, then I would definitely suggest sealing them. You can seal them with Mod Podge with a brush. I wouldn't seal with, just because you may get some extra contamination. I would definitely suggest a spray sealer. And it'll pretty much keep everything in place. I mean, you guys know glitter, right? It moves, no matter what. You could put it in concrete and it's gonna move a little. All right, guys, so we taped all 10. That's one done. Now I gotta make at least 3 or 4 more, which, like, I'm gonna need some help. Chris! All right, guys, so don't forget, like, subscribe, hit all the appropriate buttons if you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna get these hung on the wall, so cue montage mode.